All right, welcome everybody out to module number 2 of Daily Dose Marketing. And if you're watching this video, you've already saw the number 1 module of Daily Dose, right? And if you have not saw the number 1 module, I highly suggest that you go back and you watch that module, right? And you apply it, you implement it, because there's a few people on this webinar who have already started implementing this daily action plan and methods of operation. And I think a couple of these people have already been doing some of these things. But DDM, daily dose marketing, is really giving them a way to, you know, add to their daily action plan, right? And be consistent and have an accountability partner. And so that's the first plan of business that I want to start with. And I want to ask is, let me go ahead and ask this on my wall, is who does not have an accountability partner? Whoop. Can't spell today. Partner for DDM. All right. So if you've watched the first module, you understand the accountability partner process that we're going through, and you understand the importance of having an accountability partner so you're not in this stuff alone. Right. So once again, let me know who has one. I know Jeremy has one. Christiane, I don't believe, is on the webinar today. But if you do not have an accountability partner for DDM, go ahead and chime in so we can get you paired up today. That's the first plan of business for today, right? And I'll pretty much be saying that in every webinar, because as you can see down here, we have Yanni and Jeremy, Reggie and Christiane, Daryl and Lakeisha, right? And if you don't have one like Manny, we need to pair you up. So go ahead and comment, chime in. I'm going to do that towards the end of the video, or excuse me, towards the end of the training. But it's definitely something that needs to take place in order for you to not only be accountable to yourself, but to your business partner, to your partner. All right. So I'm going to vaguely go through the steps, the processes of number 1, because I really just want to re-emphasize the importance of a daily action plan. And then I'm going to bust out what I'm sharing with you guys in part 2 in just a minute. So in part 1, we went through giving value in the shape or form of video, webinar, Facebook post or a blog post, tutorial videos, and giving value away every other day, right? So I see a lot of people doing it. Jeremy, Daryl, Kenny. Don't let me, leave your name out. But point is that if you're not posting on Facebook every day, if I go to your wall and you haven't posted on your wall for 5 days, right? That's a you problem. Okay. So a lot of people struggle with, I don't like the way I sound. I don't know what to say. I haven't made any money. I'm not confident, right? I'm lacking that confidence that I need. Well, the only way to build that confidence up is to actually post every day, right? Because you'll notice as you start posting, people are actually interested in what it is that you have to say. It was just a you issue that you thought that they didn't want to hear what you had to say. Now, how do I know that? Because I've been in a position where I felt like, well, no one wants to hear what Jermaine has to say, right? Or I lacked that belief and that confidence. So number 1, make sure you're putting out some type of value every day. And once again, I'm just going to go through this very vaguely because you can't watch webinar number 1 to really figure out what it is you should be doing on a daily basis. And number 2 is you want to get on a daily or weekly call or have your own daily or weekly call, right? So if you're not on a daily call, I'm actually going to put the beast mode call info in the group. Okay, so you can go in the file section and you can find the info on how to hop on the beast mode call every single day. Now, if you have your own call and you want myself or anybody else, one of the leaders in this group, in this circle of influence, to get on a call and maybe you can interview them or interview myself, let us know. But don't slack on these things, guys, because these are the things that we're giving you guys that we've been doing consistently for years or months, and people that have been in our business literally doing this, and it's what works. So emailing your list every day, right? If you don't have an email list, you're going to need something like Aweber, or really can't spell today, or GVO, or Get Response, or whatever the case may be. You need a way to communicate with your people through email. All right. So that's number 3. Number 4 is find some productive, find some productive ways to leverage your time. Software, right? There's people in this group, including myself, that use software on a daily, consistent basis to put content out into the internet, right? posting lifestyle pictures and putting your links in them, right? Use PicStitch or something on your smartphone, and post from your account 2 to 4 times daily, right? And I typically do this on Instagram. I might not do it so much on Facebook, but I know I can find some stuff on Facebook that I do as well. You can see here, suckscash.com, right? And so when people come to this website or to this profile, instantly they're seeing, 160 now. They're seeing my websites. Now, of course, I switch it up and I do some lifestyle, I do some video, I do some proof. Just me driving down the highway. I think I look mad in that picture, but anyway, or in that video. Point is, guys, is that you need to start posting daily, and we're actually going to get into some Q&A at the end of this training. So if you feel like you don't know what to post, or you feel like you're not sure how to do it, we'll get into a little bit of Q&A. I'm not here to teach you guys all the techie stuff. I'm here to help you come up with the daily action plan and stick to it, right? But if you got some quick questions at the end of this webinar, we will do a Q&A. All right, so making sure you have that accountability partner is going to be key. Now, let me ask this. Creating a marketing group based on general marketing ideas such as Facebook training, motivational stuff, and lifestyle marketing. Let me show you guys what exactly I'm talking about. Now, this is a niche-based group, but I created this group with some steps in place. So when people join this group, literally, I just welcome them, right? Ricardo L. Oliveira, right? So I'll say, welcome at Ricardo Oliveira to, or I'll just copy this. And, later on today, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll drop some value in here, right? I might just chop this webinar up and stick like the first 5 minutes in here and give some value to this group, right? So building these groups, guys, you can see I just started this one. There's only 11 members. As you can see, I just added that guy in. Now you guys are probably thinking, okay, how am I getting traffic to this group, right? Well, it's as simple as using a auto poster, right? And taking this link, copy that, and then going into like the spam groups, right? Spam anything you want and say, attention, freebie seekers, new program, and free offers, right? And so this can be anything. It can be your, generic marketing group. It could be your group on, how to make money, or whatever the case may be, right? But what you do is you do it either manually, right? If you don't have an auto poster, I highly suggest you connect with your sponsor. If I sent you here today, or if I sent you to this webinar, get with me and get some kind of auto poster so you don't have to sit here and do this stuff manually. But if you do have to do it manually, I tell you what, it's not so bad, right? Because this is the kind of thing, and I bet you what, that by the end of this video, I have a few people more requesting to be in my group. And that's why I like to do this stuff live, because it shows you that this is the kind of stuff that we do. Now, I don't do it manually, right? This is not what I signed up for. I used to, but I have tools and processes in place that will allow me to do this on autopilot while I'm asleep, right? So I'm going to type in network marketing. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. All right. Network marketing. We got this one. All right. So that's pretty good. Like, I'm not going to sit here and spam groups, right? And teach you guys how to do that, because there's more to a daily routine than that. But it's a good part of it, right? Getting the word out there, exposing yourself, which is part 2 of what we're going to get into. And you guys are going to love the 4-step process that I've came up with to simplify this whole abundance of things that you need to do on a daily basis. So posting a minimum of 2 to 4 times daily about value and lifestyle. And we'll just say, we'll say groups, getting people into groups, selling your group through the description. Create a description that will benefit both of you, right? So here's what I'm saying is, using linkrotatorpro.com, you could actually, let me go back to my Daily Paycheck Network group, right? Daily Paycheck Network. You could actually use the description in here to sell, right? You see how I have it set up? So literally all you got to do is add people to the group and then call them to action to go through the file or the description. Now, of course you want to put a banner, I have a banner being made and things like that. But the stuff works. And we've done this time and time again for different products, different product launches, different trainings or groups that we've had, right? And what I was getting at is that you want to, like, say you have your accountability partner, you'll want to both rock with this group, and you'll want to create a rotator for each one of the opportunities, right? So how do you create a rotator? Does anybody remember if I showed how to do it in module number 1? Someone just chime in if I showed how to use it or not. You can do it anywhere on the chat, in the chat thread. I just don't remember if I showed you guys how to use the rotator or not. I did not. Cool. Thank you, Jeremy. So here's the thing. Let me go back to my group. Now, of course, this is just my group, right? And I'm driving the traffic. But if you want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, which you should, and you want to partner up with somebody, which you should, right? It's about networking, network marketing, right? It's about networking and network marketing, right? So you got to work, you got to put in some work. And so what I would do is let's just say, let's see. All right. Is Reggie on this call? No, he is not. Let me see who else. Who has a LSN link? If anybody has a LSN link, go ahead and drop it in the chat thread. But here's what we would do, right? I got some Craigslist stuff out there. I got some ClickShare stuff. I got all these different rotators. So like if you go to, like, for example, shinyballsyndrome.net, you'll see that this thing just rotates, right? Shinyballsyndrome.net. Whoop, come on, shiny. And I think I took away some of the different income streams that I had on there, which is why it's not rotating. But let me show you this one here. I'll click it one time and it's this form, right? And then I click it again and it's a different form. That's because it's 2 different people's links. So here's how you do it. You click on Manage Portal. There's no affiliate program for this. I'm not trying to sell you anything. You literally just go to linkrotatorpro.com, set up a link rotator, and let's just say we were promoting, join LSN today, whatever, right? Let's say we're promoting LSN. So my URL is, lead system. This is obviously it can be for anything. But I'm just giving you guys an example on how to create a rotator. And then I would create the portal and I'll call this LSN. Whoop, you got to name it. I'll call this LSN. Create the portal. LSN. That's not right. So I'll add in my URL. This is a way you can work together, right? Most people say, well, I don't want to do it because why would I drive traffic to someone else's group? Well, this is a way to work together and both get credit. So join LSN, right? So you add a destination. I'm going too fast. Just pause and rewind this video. It's a very simple process. You just name it. That's just for you to remember, right? And then a URL would be lead system network / see if anybody gave me one. Oh, you said it explains on the site. I must have missed that, Jeremy. So cool. Yeah, it's definitely very simple, self-explanatory. And then what happens? You go back to manage portals and you click on this. And of course, I made both of these links mine, but you could see, beast mode. And then of course, if I put someone else's link, it's going to rotate, right? So create a rotator, guys. That's the point. I think that you guys got that point. And post that inside of your group, right? So instead of, step 1, and you put your rotator, so you guys are both driving traffic to that specific group, and then everybody's getting credit, right? So if anybody's interested in joining, this specific freebie offer site, I think, Jeremy, you're already in, and you want to help drive traffic to this group, right? We can both get on a rotator, and anybody that actually is going to drive traffic to this group, we all post proof. We all, be excited together. We give value, right? I tell you what, guys, there's no scarcity of people out here on the internet to send money to you or to buy products from you, right? So a lot of people have a scarcity mindset. Well, I don't want to work with somebody because they're going to join Jermaine instead, or they're going to join Jeremy instead, right? When you have that mindset, you're not in a mindset of abundance. There's a ton of people out here that are willing to pay you money if you have the value, if you teach them how to do things, right? You paid for this course because you're paying to get value. You're paying to learn how to come up with a daily routine. All right, so let's move past that. I know I said I was going to go through it very quickly, and I'm taking a little bit longer than I thought. But create a daily assignment for the group and edify one another, right? So here's the thing: is if any of these people are not active, right, and you need a different accountability partner, post in the group. All right, we can get them out of the group, or maybe they'll see you post about it and say, "Hey, such and such is not active." And don't be ashamed, because if they're not active and you're active, it's not fair. We'll get you a different accountability partner. All right. So I'm not going to go through all of this, and obviously show you, because you just need to go back through module one. But to just really briefly go, posting in Facebook groups effectively and effortlessly, right? It only takes you about maybe 20 minutes or so with the auto poster to set everything up, maybe an hour if you're doing it manually, right? So you want to join 200 to 300 FB groups that you can post in. Creating a post on Facebook, like we spoke about earlier, in the form of value or motivation. Creating your own marketing group, which we just covered, and having someone to be accountable with you inside of this group. Creating daily assignments for your team or prospects. And what you can just do is, I'll be posting some kind of call or daily challenge for you guys every day. So you guys can just take mine, and I might slack on the weekends. I won't lie, I don't really like working on the weekends, but I might do it on the weekends too, right? If not, someone else can do it. Creating a daily assignment for your team within the group to show that there's activity, right? Nobody likes a stagnant group. Nobody wants to be part of something that's stagnant, right? Starting your own call, or getting on a call daily, reading or listening to audio daily, doing some type of funnel, right, which we'll get into in the next module. I know I said this in module one, but module three will actually be landing page setup, and we're actually going to show you how to get into some of the automation, so that you can, share some of your groups, share some of your opportunities. But once again, you're not going to be able to really apply module three if you're not applying module number one and module number two. So posting on social media like Instagram daily, like I showed you guys with your website, connecting with 10 people at minimum on Facebook daily, and following up with those 10 people the next day. Setting up some type of paid ad one time per week, right? And on the day you don't set up a paid ad, do a video review or a tutorial to give value to your network, to your Facebook. All right, so let me digress a little bit. Let me go ahead and go back over to my wall. And all right, so let's do this. Let's say Manuel meet Igosa. I think you guys will connect very well, and vice versa. All right. So let me go ahead and just pull up my sheet here. And that's why I have this available, is because as more and more people come into this, we're going to be able to keep track of who's active and who's not, right? Igosa and Manny. A lot of times, people say, well, just buy my training and just come in and just kind of get on it when you want or watch it when you want. Now I'm saying, get on our webinars, be active. Why? Because this is daily dose marketing, right? If you're not doing something daily and you're not active on a weekly when we have our webinars, then that probably means you're not active on a daily, right? So don't lie to yourself. And so once again, guys, let me just ask, who has questions? This is not it. It's not over so far. So who has questions so far, and what do you feel your daily routine lacks? Right? So I'm going to give you guys some time to kind of go ahead and think about that question and go in and and answer that. All right. But who has questions so far, and what do you feel like your daily routine lacks? Now, let me go back and let me kind of just look at some of these questions we have. My question finally showed back up. Um, let's see. Products and traffic. My baby boy walking like a boss. Awesome, Mike. Overcoming defeat and the battle of mindset. Awesome. I love it, Lakeisha. You got this. More productivity in my marketing routine, building great relationships with people around the world, started working out again, and I'm alive. I love it, man. Great optimism going on, guys. See, that's what I love about this group of people is that you guys are so optimistic when it comes to this stuff. And beans and brown rice. Sweet. All right, cool. So looks like we got other people chiming in on our questions. And that's one thing that I really want to ask you guys to do right now is to go on your wall and ask a simple question like, what did you have for breakfast? Right? Because what's going to happen is you're going to get some synergy going on your wall. People will actually, um, they'll respond, right? I had beans and rice or enchiladas or whatever, grits and bacon. Create some engagement on your wall, right? Um, who doesn't mind? Because I don't want to just go to anybody's wall. Who doesn't mind me going to their wall and checking it out? Just chime in on the chat. Chime in on the chat or chime in on the webinar. If you don't mind me going ahead and if you don't mind me going ahead and just looking at your wall, cool. I just want to really just give everybody else kind of an example of A, what a wall should look like, or B, what a wall shouldn't look like, right? So I know that Manny is always posting, right? He's always giving some kind of value, inviting to different calls. He's very active, right? Sharing different people's, videos and things like that. And the reason why is because it helps you to become visible, right? If you share someone's video, they know you shared it, right? They're gonna go back and they're gonna say, "Who shared my video?" And Christian's gonna say, "Oh man, cool, man, he's a great guy, whatever." And it makes you, or it helps you become relevant, which is what I'm about to dig into right now. Is becoming relevant, right? And Joe's always got a lot of optimism and um, motivational stuff on his wall and things like that. Value. This is value, right? He's sharing the books with his audience on what they should be reading, right? Like I said, some motivation stuff. Showing some love, right? You got to have some love in there. All right, so that's what I wanted to show you guys. And let me see if there's anybody else. I honestly wanted somebody to chime in that maybe is not doing what the others are doing, right? Just to kind of give an example, but I don't want to put anybody on blast. So Boris, what did you have for breakfast? Right? And, I'll start it out. And people typically, and you guys want to go ahead and chime in on Boris's thing as well. Because what'll happen, guys, is that as we chime in on each other's wall, it creates this synergy, it creates this energy around each other that you're not going to get on your own. You're just not. All right. Trust me. I thought I could do everything on my own, but once I started having that synergy in a team of people, it's a whole lot better. Would you go skydiving, Boris? That's awesome, man. I just asked the same question, so you don't have to answer that because you just answered it here. That's awesome, man. So yeah, lots of information. Boris is a DJ. He's got a lot of different information, asking questions. Optimism, motivation, stuff like that. All right, so let's jump straight in here, right? And video topics. So let me go ahead and do this. Let's go into daily dose marketing. And before I jump into the 4-step process, right? I gave you guys all these things to do, right? And everybody, some people might be thinking, oh, I'm overwhelmed and you're going too fast and X, Y, Z. Well, I'm going to simplify it for you here in just a minute. I'm going to show you a 4-step process, right? Which module 3 is going to elaborate on how to get it done. But I'm going to share with you guys the 4-step process that I've came up with to condense the activities that you just saw. All right, so let's go ahead and say video topics. All right, so I'm going to talk about this because And I'm going to give you guys an example. All right. So I'm going to say number one, and let me go back over here on my wall. And I'm going to say, what are some video topics we can create videos about? Right. So everybody that's on here, go ahead and chime in and just give me some ideas. You know, Boris wanted video topics, and what we're going to do is we're going to use each other's knowledge and thought process and creativity to come up with some different video topics. But I'm going to start it out, and I'm going to give you guys an example, right? I'm going to say download, right? Download motivational videos that others have downloaded and used to get high views. All right. So let me just show you what I mean. There's a really killer one that literally you guys could do right now if you want. Let me make sure I'm in the right Gmail account real quick, and we'll go. Where is it? Okay, there it is. And let me go ahead and log in. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and upload a video that I downloaded that has a ton of views, right? So this stuff, guys, is stuff I teach inside of Beast Mode. But here's a video, right? So I don't know if anybody's heard about this, but Jordan Belfort straight line persuasion, okay? And what you do is this guy, and I know this guy, I've actually had conversations and work with this guy a little bit, is you copy the video, right? This guy's got 136,000 views, and guess what? He's got a link here that sends people off to um, his product that he's selling. And look at all these comments, right? So what happens is this is kind of old, so you might not get as many views, but when something's new, when it's fresh, right, you want to go ahead and you want to download the video. So what you do is you download this tool we have. It's called YouTube Downloader. All right, you take the URL of the video, and you go ahead and analyze that. You can see it's the same video. You click on OK, and you click on download, and boom, that's it. The video is downloaded to your computer. I'm not going to do it because I already have this video on my computer, right? This stuff is powerful, guys. I'm telling you. And I'm going to give you guys another example. But let me go ahead and upload the video first. So you download the video, and then you go ahead and upload it, right? Which I believe would be in movies. Let's see. Downloads. I got so much stuff on here. And I guess I need to find my video. Let's see. I guess I should have downloaded it again, huh? And where is it? Somewhere in here. There we go. You can see it down there at the bottom. Jordan Belfort, right? So I'm going to upload that, whatever video I downloaded. And I'm going to change the title. You know, I don't want to just jack the guy's title. I mean, he jacked the video as well, but Jordan Belfort straight line persuasion bonus, right? Then all I'm going to do is type in some keywords. Jordan Belfort straight line persuasion. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in Jordan Belfort, and these are going to be all my keywords. Okay. So I'm going to say Jordan Belfort interview. Why? Because people search for that. How do I know? I just typed it in, right? Jordan Belfort speech, whatever. And so this literally takes 5 minutes, 2 minutes. I mean, you know, and I'm training you, so it probably took me, you know, a few minutes, but I could have done it in 1 minute. And let me tell you why. Let me show you why. You need to start a notepad that has all your links on it, right? That has all um, that has all your, there we go. All right, that has all your links on it. So you just copy that, paste that in there, right? And then, if you're promoting something different, what you could do is you could just throw in the link at the top. But I always leave all my different links in there. It helps with search engine ranking. But I'll say, join my ILN team or whatever, right? And I'll put my ILN link. All right, and that's it, guys. Publish that. You now have a video that has the potential to get you a lot of views. So that's one video topic, is download motivational videos that others have downloaded. Tutorial videos, right? This is a tutorial video. What I'm doing today is a webinar. It's a tutorial video. Now you can do these just using Screener or anything else to record your screen. I believe we covered in module 1. Now, importance of, let's see, what did you say? Importance of reading, living your dreams, right? Living your dreams. So a lot of people struggle with coming up with topics, so this really helps them. So hopefully this is helping, somebody else that's on the webinar as well. And, I'll add some in there. I'll say the importance of a daily routine, which is obviously the biggest failure that I see people have on the internet, is they don't have a daily income producing activity routine, right? So you got, let's see what else we got. What did Jeremy just chime in? Learn, implement, teach. Definitely a killer topic. Let's go ahead and cover that real quick. For those that don't know about learn, implement, teach, it's basically a process that allows you to learn something like you're doing now, go out later today, implement it, right? And then you go out and you teach it. Now, there's some things, if you sign an NDA or something like that, you're not supposed to teach it. You might want to be kind of careful with that. But most of the times, the internet is an abyss of information. Whatever you can find here, you can probably find on the internet for free. So learn, implement, and teach. Killer feedback, Jeremy. Thank you. Let me check the chat thread. Yeah, definitely. Like Jeremy says, and that's why I have like tons of accounts. Literally, I have, I don't know, 40, 45 different YouTube accounts. Is, watch out for copyrighted material. And typically, like I said, I know the guy that downloaded that video, and obviously his has been up for 4 months and doesn't seem to have a problem. So obviously that is something that I will go ahead and tap into myself. But definitely copyright infringement, stuff like that. Video, music videos. But I will tell you that I even do music videos, right? And you go like new rap songs 2014. Let's see. I don't know if I'm on the first page, but let's see. Try it this way. All right. Here we go. I'm on the second page, right? So I'm on the second page for that keyword. And this channel has been fine. And I've gotten, a few thousand views, right? And you can see some of the videos I just tag it and throw it up there, right? So definitely watch out. But a lot of people think that like there's like internet police, like feds are gonna knock on your door or something if you download someone's videos. And that's probably not the case, but definitely take heed to understanding that there is, some type of borderline where you cross the line and, what to download and what not to download. So yeah, great points, Jeremy. Really appreciate that. And so anybody else got any video topics? I'm going to just wait for about 15 seconds, see if anybody else chimes in. All right, so Lakeisha says, what do you do when you have a lot of training and you want to implement them all, but end up getting overwhelmed, right? This is what you do. You start with a training like ours, daily dose marketing, and you have a daily routine, and you literally just do what's within the guidelines of that daily routine. So you'll notice that if, let's just say, let me pull this back up again for you, Keisha. Let's just go ahead and say that you start at number one, right? And it's like give value in the shape or form of a video, webinar, blog post. And you're like, whoa, I don't really know how to create a video, or I don't know, and I know you do, or I don't know how to do XYZ. And you have a specific training that's going to tell you how to get through that and how to do it. That's what you want to focus on, right? So most people get overwhelmed because they're not in the income producing state of mind, right? Or they're not in a methods of operation state of mind. They're in a I got to make money now. And what happens is that a lot of people struggle for so long because of the fact that they never focus on methods of operation, income producing activities. So to answer your question is you come up with a daily routine. And so let me ask this, who is somewhat, I don't expect it to be totally, I'm going to say who is somewhat following the DDM plan thus far? All right. And the reason I ask this question, guys, is because if you don't have a daily routine, um, you're missing out. And so, I know it's kind of broad, Lakeisha, but like I said, you just got to come up with a daily action plan, which is why you're here. And then you got to actually apply it and you got to follow it. And so I guess that's my answer is get a daily routine and follow it. And so you're not overwhelmed because you're in a state of production. And so when we're in a state of production, we don't feel overwhelmed because we feel like we're accomplishing. Right? Like right now I'm giving value. I'm on a webinar. I'm moving forward with the module number 2. I was supposed to do what last week. So I don't feel overwhelmed. I got a ton of things to do in my business, but I don't feel overwhelmed because I have a daily routine and I know that every single day I'm practicing what I'm preaching. So I feel good about that. So in order to not feel overwhelmed, you need to practice what it is that you're learning or practice what you're preaching in order to have that feeling of, not being overwhelmed. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Here's the thing. Let's close this out. If there's more questions, chime in now. But I'm going to literally give you guys a 4-step process that I came up with. I'm going to elaborate on this. But this is really going to simplify the daily action plan for you, right? So here's the 4 biggest things that I came up with that need to take place. And that's more like probably 8 different things because there's like a couple in each section. Let me see what you guys are chiming in before we get started on that. Okay, cool. All right, so here's the 4-step process, guys. I'm telling you right now, this is it. This is it. Don't overcomplicate it, but make sure you're following it. I'm gonna make these like really big letters, right? Every single day, you need to create value and produce content and become relevant. If you don't know how to produce content, we covered some of that in module 1, right? Coming up with a simple review video, things like that. We have tons of training that teach you how to produce content. This is not the training that's teaching you how to produce it. This is the training that's getting you into a state of mind to actually understand what it takes to become successful on a daily basis. So creating value and producing content will allow you to become relevant, correct? Let me give you guys an example. It's not always internet marketing, right? So I'm going to show you guys. I do some fan pages, and they're niche fan pages, and I sell different affiliate products, right? And I get, and then here I'm following, I'm practicing what I'm preaching, and I have all these people, look, that want to be added to the reverse diabetes group, right? And so what I do is I'll come back and you see I'm giving some value here. And I didn't even, this is not even my value. I just copied it from the internet, right? And you can see that you can tap into different niches, but now I'm relevant in the reverse your diabetes niche. So the point I'm trying to get across to you guys is that if you don't create something, an article, a video, a blog post, a press release, a Facebook post, a Twitter post, an Instagram post that puts you out there, right? It's kind of like when you drive by McDonald's and you see the big sign that says two for four, two Big Macs for $4. They are relevant to your appetite. They are relevant to you being hungry for lunch. If they didn't have the sign there, you probably drive right past and you wait until you see something that triggers your mind, right? So once again, guys, creating value and producing content, becoming relevant is going to be your number one activity on a daily basis. Okay. So if you can't force yourself to do that, quit or go pay for traffic. If you cannot force yourself to create a blog or pay someone on Fiverr to blog like we've showed before, or do something yourself, outsource it, whatever you got to do, just quit. All right, because there's no training out there that's going to train you to not produce content. All right, and not produce something. We're creators. We have to create to become relevant. I'm going to keep emphasizing this and beat this into your head. Unless you got about $500 a week to put into paid traffic, we can go that route, and I can show you how to do that too. All right. So now once you have the content, right, and once again, we're practicing what we're preaching, and I'm going to go to jermainesteele.biz, and I'm going to show you a blog that we did yesterday, I believe. And it's a blog about a new freebie offer site. I do a lot of reviews, so that I become relevant in different niches, right? So when someone types in this keyword, right, I'll probably come up on Google for it because it's really new. And then I'll become, people will, connect with me on Facebook or comment on my blog or whatever the case may be, right? But point is, this was done yesterday, and Ashley actually did it. But we became relevant for that keyword. That's my point, right? Now, once you have that content, right? Once you have that, that piece of content, whether it's a video, a Facebook post, or a Facebook event, or whatever the case may be, you grab the URL, you copy it, and the next step, what's step 2? You syndicate it and you release it, right? Now, we're not going to get into funnels today because, we'd be on here for another hour. We will get into funnels on part 3. And I'm telling you guys are lucky to get into this at so cheap because I will be raising the price to $47. We're actually teaching funnels. It's funnels and CPA, but Nate and I just brought in about 15 people at $197 just for this section of it, just for funnels. So I will show you guys how to create a funnel that you can use in Facebook groups, that you can use to attract people into your business, right? And once you release this content, now what do I mean by that, right? I'm going to go into my groups again. And this is just one place to syndicate. And I'm going to say freebie seekers, new site, whatever. And, of course, you want to get a little more creative about what to say. And I lost my URL, so I got to go back. But you go ahead and you grab your URL and you copy that. And then you go ahead and syndicate it. And then once again, you just copy that. And we're going to get into some automation and funnels in a future webinars. All right. And so you would just literally, you got to release your content, right? That's where most people lack, is they create the content and then they don't know where to share it or they don't share it. So you got to syndicate, which is putting it out into Google, into Twitter, into Instagram, or wherever you can put it to become relevant, right? And you got to release it out there. Why? Because you got to connect with people, right? So step 1 is create the value. Step 2 is release it. And then once people hit you up, hey man, I saw your article, or they comment or they jump on your email list, don't overcomplicate this. You're going to connect with them through email, on their list, through Facebook because they reached out to you and saw your blog in a group, right? And they're going to say, hey man, I saw your blog in a group about job quitters, whatever. How's that going for you? Right? And then once they ask me that question, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to connect with them. Hey man, how's the weather? Right? I'm going to divert their attention from my blog post to something happy. What did I do in the beginning of this webinar? What do you got great going on in your life right now? Right? What's awesome that's going on in your life right now? My baby boy is walking. I just had my baby. I'm creating a new product. All these different things. It helps you to jump into a different state of mind, into an optimistic state of mind. So you divert their attention from your blog post to something happy. And you ask them questions like, how's the weather? Or maybe the weather sucks. And you say, how's your kids? How's your family? Right? One thing that Manny always asks me is, how's my family? Right? And it just shows me that he cares. So you got to connect with people, right? And you got to extract their why. This is part 2 of, the 3-step process is once you connect with them, how's the weather? How's your kids? How's your family? Right? You're going to get an answer, something like, oh, they're great. They're awesome. My kid just graduated, blah, blah, blah. Then the next thing you want to do is extract the why. Right? So extract their why and ask them stuff like, first you want to say, have you ever done, freebie stuff or whatever it is you're promoting? Have you ever done freebie stuff? They say yeah or no, right? They say yeah, say, oh, okay, how was your success? How was your success in that? Right? If they say no, you can say, right, so how's the weather? And say, okay, cool. You can tell them what I have been doing this and getting results, right? What is it that you are trying to accomplish online? Are you just, right, here's the keyword, are you just looking to make money or run with a great team? Right? So you open them up, you extract their why, and they go, well, yeah, actually, I used to try, I've tried Freebie before, I tried Empower Network, I tried ILN, I tried all these different things, but they didn't work out for me. Right? Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that, right? And what is it that you think you did wrong? Right? You have to ask all the right questions. Aaron Rashkin posted on his wall yesterday, is success doesn't come from all the right answers, it comes from all the right questions. Hence the reason I've asked about 15 questions since we've been on this webinar, right? So once again, guys, I'm telling you, this is a 4-step process that if you follow it every single day, I've came up with this, you're going to have success. And here's the biggest one and the last one is offer and move on, right? Offer and move on. You have to, make an offer that's, irresistible and something that solves their problems. And that's why I said don't overcomplicate this stuff, guys. It's like if they don't buy, move on to the next person. Don't say, oh my gosh, they didn't buy because, whatever. Don't complain about it. Keep moving until you get that one person that says yes. So make an offer and move on. Don't stress yourself out because one person didn't buy from you. There's thousands and hundreds of people out there that are going to buy from you. So make an offer that's irresistible and something that solves their problem. So something like, if you join today, as I saw you looked at the video, right? If you join today, I would be willing to offer a, 3-way call with, my guru mentor or whatever. And of course I'm joking lightweight, but I would be willing to offer a 3-way call with my guru mentor and a bonus software I have. Are you ready to join the team? If they say no, or maybe, right? Just say, okay, no prob. I am off to a team call, right? Team webinar, training, and or 3-way call with someone else. Talk to you later, right? If they say, well, I have more questions, or whatever the case may be, people love dealing with busy people, guys. So tell you what, the more busy you are, I'm not saying lie about how busy you are. The more productive you become, the more things you're doing on a daily basis, the more you're doing than 97% of people out on the internet. So you have the authority to say, man, I got to hop on this call, or I got to create this content. I'll talk to you later. Peace. And then guess what? They're over there in the corner standing thinking, well, maybe I should have went with them to hop on that team webinar, or maybe I should have went with them to learn how to create content, because they got something going on and I'm trying to figure this stuff out, right? So once again, guys, let me go ahead and let me digress back into some more questions and see. Looks like we pretty much kept everybody on this webinar. Let me digress back into any questions, and let me just say, who has got major value today? Right. Now, here's the thing, guys, is that some of this stuff for some of you, a few of you, I believe, might be basics. It might be stuff that you're already doing. Great. Well, this is just going to re-emphasize it, right? Well, here's the last part of the webinar I want to get into is you also have the ability to, just because you have a solid routine or you understand all this stuff, doesn't mean that your team does. So with Daily Dose Marketing, right, we actually have, and I believe most of you have, an affiliate beast mode system. If you don't, get back to your sponsor and they'll go ahead and plug you in. There's a bunch of training back here on everything from, Facebook marketing to social signals, YouTube secrets, Craigslist stuff. I mean, you name it, we got it back here. But the point to show you this is that if you go under capture pages and you look at the bottom, you're going to see that you can actually sell Daily Dose Marketing and get a commission, right? And like I said, tonight at midnight, the price goes up, okay? And so if you have anybody that's looking to get a daily routine, a daily action plan into place, all you need to do is get to your sponsor, log into your Beast Mode account, and if you go to landing pages, you'll see the very page that you bought from, which I believe is this one here. Whoop, wrong one. Let's see here. All right, there we go.
What's going on, guys? Jermaine.
And I'm actually going to put in a different video, possibly this video, because it gives a lot of value, right? But it's not going to give away the whole course. The whole process of DDM, Daily Dose Marketing, is the daily challenges, the accountability partners, the action plan PDF, right? And beyond that, like I said, I'm going to move into getting some more modules done. I'm going to teach you guys some automation and some funnel processes. And so this course will literally go up to 47, then it'll go up to 97, then 197, right? Because people will be getting results. And speaking of results, I'm going to have somebody come out here pretty quick. I'm going to have Kenny come out and just give you guys an idea of what he's been doing. But basically, to promote this product, you would just go to your capture page and you click on edit page and you take the landing page and you go ahead and you redirect them to that specific landing page, which, let me see if this is the right one. Yep. So you don't even have to do anything. It's already in there, right? Literally all you got to do, and I'll change the title on this. I'll say Daily Doze Marketing. And so all you got to do literally, guys, is just go ahead and go into capture pages, grab this link, and any sales you make from this are going to be traced to you. You'll be able to go under your affiliate center and you'll see that right here, you'll see under Affiliate Center that the sales will be traced to you. If they're not, let me know, and we'll make sure we get you taken care of. All right. So shout out to Kenny that's been making a bunch of sales. And speaking of Kenny, I want to bring him out real quick. Give a few words. Are you there, Kenny? Kenny. Are you there, brother?
Value, man. Loving the value.
What's going on?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So,
Loving the value you're bringing, man.
say what?
Just saying that I'm loving the value that you're bringing.
Cool, man. I appreciate that. And like I said, I know you've really been implementing, and you've been bringing a couple of your team members into this. What would you say for someone that's looking at DDM?
Yeah, that they should get it right away, because you're going to be very productive. You're going to get results like I am, like everybody else is. In the community, you're going to have a good community. You're going to have a good accountability partner. You're going to get all your daily tasks done. You're going to get a lot done a lot faster, and you're going to be more effective in your marketing routine.
Right.
You're going to have a community that's going to be there to help you while you're doing your daily routine as well.
I agree, brother. Well, man, thanks for sharing, Kenny. Keep it up. Like I said, you're always killing it in everything that you do. Appreciate you, really do. And there's some people on here that, like I said, we created an energy, we created some buzz. So if you guys see people chiming in on my thread and asking about it, go in, add them as a friend, and get them in, and you'll get a commission off of it, right? So, Kenny, I appreciate the feedback. If anybody else got some value from this webinar today, definitely let me know. This is recorded. It will be up in no time. And I will be actually probably putting this up as a teaser for the people that are watching and opting into Daily Dose Marketing, right? And the reason I'm going to do that is because we want to give open, free value, right? And I highly suggest that you're doing this on a daily basis. Once again, step one is create content, become relevant, and giving value, right? So here's what I will say is I covered the 50% commissions, the accountability partners. I will say the daily challenges. As we get a little bit deeper into this and I see more people participating, I'll start coming up with some prizes, maybe some cash like I've done in the past, and I'll start giving that away. Other than that, guys, we'll be in San Diego, New Jersey, Hawaii, all within the next few months. So if you're in New Jersey in the next couple of weeks, let me know. Whoever sent you here today, let them know. If you're in San Diego in the next few weeks, July 31st through August 2nd, go ahead and hit up whoever sent you here today. Get more information about that. I will be speaking out in Jersey, speaking in San Diego, as well as hosting our own event, as you can see here in Hawaii, within the next few months. So once again, guys, thanks for coming out. If you're not part of Daily Dose Marketing, guys, you are missing out. And you did see this all for free. Module number 2. I tell you what, there's about 3 or 4 modules ahead of this, right? And obviously number 1 module that you need to see to really put this all into place. Click that link below, get signed up, become part of a community, get an accountability partner. Stop trying to figure this stuff out on your own, and be part of something, right? That's what most people want. So if you're running alone and you're not running with a pack of beasts, like we say, you're missing out. Click the link below, guys. Get in. Daily Dose Marketing. Appreciate everybody on the call, and we'll see you guys in module number 3.